So this is a little different than a rollback car hauler. This is my personal 2018 Wells Cargo AW2224W. So that means it is a 22 foot, 8.5 foot wide. The 4 designates that it is a 4-ton model, which is a 10,000 pound GVWR, but this trailer has been upgraded to the 8-lug drums, brake drums. So this customer, when he ordered this, he ordered it that way so he could run 16-inch 10-ply tires instead of the 15-inch 10-ply. Just personal preference. I've had people do it in the past when I sold these, just so the spare would match the spare on their tow vehicle, one of those things. But this unit does have the nose cone on the front. If you know anything about Wells Cargo, over the years, there's been some changes made and stuff like that, and this is a pre-COVID trailer. About COVID is when everything really changed. This model is not even available anymore. The Auto Wagon or the Auto Sport series, the nose cone is not available. The nose cone is fantastic as far as pulling down the highway. It helps tremendously with your fuel mileage, but it really helps like if a semi is passing you. Normally with a trailer this size, it'll push the trailer away and then it'll suck it back in, but the nose cone really takes about 90% of that out of it. And since this is a Wells Cargo Auto Wagon, I kind of take it for granted a little bit because I sold these and I know how they're built. This trailer has steel corner posts at all 4 corners. A lot of the cheaper stuff will have corner post at the rear, but it won't have anything vertical in the front. Well, on a Wells Cargo, this one has vertical corner post, and then this tongue, triple tube tongue, that tongue goes through a lower header. It's not a fake, just fascia down there at the bottom. It is a lower header that runs all the way across and ties into your corner post. Then your side frames go through the front header, and then they tie into the first cross member and the side frame. The center tongue brace goes through the header, through the first cross member, and then ties into the second cross member. Very, very well constructed trailer. I'm not gonna say they don't build them exactly like this anymore, but there's a lot of things on this trailer that you can't get anymore, which is really a shame. This is back, the escape door is back before they had the big lift up wall. I think I said this is a 2018 model. I've got the escape door open. I think it's a 48 by 48. I was able to put my truck in there and I was able to crawl out the window of my truck and crawl out the escape door. I was not able to open my door and get out like on the new stuff. I have added a little bit of electrical here. I use this trailer to keep my truck in while my shop was being built. So I had a little bit of electrical plugged in here just to have a battery maintainer on my shop and stuff. You can see these are Dexter torsion axles, 4-wheel electric brakes, and like I say, this is the 8-lug, so it's got the 12-inch brakes on it. The only thing this trailer needs is, and it really doesn't have to have it, the tires are good, but the rims are kind of faded. You can see I washed it, tried to clean it up a little bit. That would be the only thing I would do if I was going to keep it, would be maybe go have these rims powder coated. I've had real good luck with powder coating rims, or put some new rims on it. Since it is the Auto Wagon, it does come with the rear corner post jacks. I've really never had to use them, although when I stored my truck in it, I did have them on the ground, and I had the tires of the trailer completely off the ground just so that all the weight wasn't just sitting on the tires. And then, if you know anything about trailers, this hinge goes all the way across. It's not just a couple little piano hinges. But from my experience, you gotta keep those things WD-40, lithium grease. You gotta keep all your hinges greased up, or you will have problems. I put this on after the fact. This is an extruded aluminum ramp extension. It is not just a little flimsy piece of shiny aluminum. It is actually extruded aluminum. Wells Cargo heavy duty ramp door. If I remember right, I believe this ramp door is rated at 6,500 pounds. It is a beast. Then as you walk in, I don't know if you can tell in the camera or not, but so since this is an Auto Wagon, it has a built-in Beavertail in the back of it, which reduces the door height, increases your door height opening If I remember right, I believe it's 3.5 inches, 3.25 inches, 3.5 inches, something like that. The standard trailer is 8.5 foot wide, 6'6" interior height, but this one is actually 7 foot interior height, which is really cool. With the 7 foot interior height and then the Beavertail, gives you that little bit of extra door clearance trying to go in the back door if you're trying to put a truck in it. Back in the day, this Wells Cargo, all the wiring was done in junction boxes. There's a junction box in the front, and then all the wires are run through the frame of the trailer. They come up the rear corner post, and then all the connections are made in this top junction box. This bottom box is actually what's called a Wells Cargo safety package, which was really cool. They don't do it anymore, but it's tied into your blinkers and your clearance lights. So when you turn on your blinkers, your tail lights blink, and then you have a midway clearance light that also blinks with your right or left turn blinker. If you mash on your brakes, the brake lights light up, and then all the lights across the top rear header, those are also brake lights. And then if you're on the side of the road at night and say you had a problem, you got your emergency flashers on, all those across the top are going to be flashing just like your tail lights. Just a really cool feature that Wells Cargo did back in the day. Once again, not available any longer. Let's see, this one has 4 5,000 pound D-rings in the floor, pretty basic. I put these 2 boards in there just to try and raise my truck up a little bit, just to give me a little bit more clearance. I think it would have worked, but I just felt a little bit more comfortable raising it up a little bit. Everything's on 16-inch centers on the walls, on your vertical post. Everywhere you see a line of screws, that is a 16-inch center hat post. And then your roof bows, your roof bows are on 24-inch centers, but you do have a one-piece aluminum roof. And I don't know if you can see from the pictures, but this thing's been very well taken care of. It hadn't been in any hailstorms or anything like that. So just a really nice, very heavy-duty trailer. Side door, kind of a standard side door with a cam bar latch on the outside. That would have been a cool thing that a salesman probably missed that option when he was ordering it for the customer. Putting a flush lock on it, but it's got a cam lock on it right now. But it does have the recessed interior step, which is pretty cool if you're getting in and out of the trailer a lot. This one's got a real basic toolbox in it. It's going to stay with the trailer. And then it's got a pit pal, kind of a, I forget what they call it, what all it's designed for, but it's got a little button on the side. You can open it up. It kind of gives you a little workspace. It looks like it's got a place to hang your straps or, tie downs and stuff like that. Like I say, just a couple little shelves inside for, I will tell you that this little button over here, about half the time whenever I got to where I was going, it was the button had come undone. I'll try and look at that and see if I can't tighten it up. It'll come with a set of straps, four of the auto tie down straps, and I'll include 4 of the axle straps as well. I think those are 24-inch axle straps, the black ones. Make it very easy. Some real basic 110 volt LED lighting inside. It was just wired into the outlet and into the true blank. There you go. That thing right there on the wall where you plug all your plugs into. That's what powers the lights once you have an extension cord plugged in outside. Let's see, what else? Dog. No, you don't go with it. You get to stay here. Here is the passenger side. Here you go. I'll show you this door. So like I say, it's a standard 36-inch door, I believe. And it's got the cam latch on the outside, or cam bar, some people call it. But if you were inside and one of your buddies played a trick on you or something and locked that, you can get out the other side of the escape door if you had to. Not that anybody would have any adult beverages at the racetrack and do anything like that. No, of course not. I think that's all for this. This one is going on my website. It's also going on Facebook Marketplace as of April 26, 2026. Until it's sold. I'm going to list it at $12,500. If you have any questions, like I say, it is on the website. You can reach out to me through the website or give me a call. Either one, all my information is on the website. And like I say, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call. Thank you.